Maddox was telling me the story the other day. He was talking about policy, and he goes, "That's just the way it is." And I said, "Well, I guess." And he goes, "It's policy, Mom. Cerebral policy." And I was like, not cerebral palsy. I think you mean cerebral palsy. That's a diagnosis. That's not a rule.
This is On Call.
Else it'd be really cool to just wear scrubs all the time. Then you don't have to think about what you're going to wear to work.
Joke is awesome. We're here to answer your questions. We can sit down and discuss them. Wait, I gotta go. I'm on call.
Wait, you're on call? I thought I was on call.
Welcome back to another episode of On Call with April and Alicia. I'm April.
I'm Alicia. And we're back.
We are. It's good to be back.
I know. It feels like, well, we had a spring break. Kids got a spring break. We got a spring break. Sorry, listeners. We need a break too, you know?
Yeah, for sure. It was nice to have a break.
It was. And guess what? It's sunny. And it's 35. It was, 80 a week ago.
I know. It's still so up and down, this weather. But it's nice that overall it's been warmer.
Well, it's allegedly spring. But yes, it's sunny. And it's supposed to be like 68 degrees. Welcome to the weather portion of this podcast already. It's supposed to be 68 or something today and then 80 tomorrow. But I had this wild dream that it was snowing. In my dream, it was snowing and completely covered. But I had just seen like the weather forecast. It said that same day was supposed to be 80. And I was like, what's going on with the world? There's like 2 inches of snow, but by the afternoon, it's going to be 80. It's so weird. The weather's been so labile. I think Tiffany nailed it on our last episode where she was like, spring, winter, spring, summer, back to winter, fake spring.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on.
I know. It's been crazy, but hopefully we're going to be steady moving forward. That would be nice.
How's it been up there in Maryland?
In the ball fields. It's been okay. It's been very like windy. I mean, where we live is windy in general, but so it's been windy and cold, but today's supposed to be nice. So that's good.
Which means you'll get the nicer, warmer weather. I'm just hoping the bottom doesn't drop out. I'm kind of over that. And also, I don't have a green thumb. You had to teach me all about flowers last spring, but I did get some, my judging neighbors, they don't like the way. I got like a really big cement pot to put on my front porch. And when I bought it, I was like, oh, I love this pot. Like it's big. It's like, I don't know, very artistic to me. But I didn't realize, I have to fill this whole thing with dirt. I was like, certainly people don't fill this whole thing with dirt. Do they? Do they really fill the whole thing with dirt?
Well, I mean, you need to fill in enough that like when you plant the flowers, you can see them over the pot.
Right. So all I did was put a couple Amazon boxes at the bottom of it. And then it came with this little like setting thing that I could, and I just put like 3 potted plants in. I didn't even take them out of the pot that I bought them from the store, but they look good from the street. But if you come up on my porch,
that sounds terrible. Like,
yeah, well, I'll take a picture and show you.
You can't put Amazon boxes in your pot under your plants. You have to put dirt.
But they're not, they're still in their original tub that I bought them from. So
you don't plan to plant them like in
dirt? I just thought it was like, do we work smarter or harder? It looks good from the street. It looks like, wow, those are really pretty flowers. But if you come up on the porch, you're like, oh, she shoved 3 pots in there. And I did put a big rock just in case it got windy because we did have some really bad storms a couple weeks ago. So yeah, but my judging neighbors, they're lovely actually, but they're older, very like manicured lawn or whatever. She always comes over to give me like pointers on like what I should do. You should put rocks here. You should do this here. And she came up on my porch the other day and I was like, I know she's looking down, like shaking her head. This girl, it's progress, not perfection.
You. I would judge you for this.
Well,
if I came to
judge away because it looks pretty. And you would, first of all, you have to be invited to be on my porch.
I mean, you could at least like, they have those, I want to say tart, but it's not a tart, but it's like an overlay that's like brown. It looks like dirt. You could get one of those and like put the plants through it. So at least if you walk up on the porch.
It looks like dirt. I'll just pour a bunch of dirt over it. I just don't intend on filling the whole pot with dirt. They should really rethink that. They should do those really deep pots.
Get a bag of dirt and pour it in.
I do. I have one now. But I don't intend to take them out of the original. Listen. Progress, not perfection. How are the girls?
I guess progress. My
Yes, I know.
my
Let's
beautiful
moving
plants
on
that
away
are
from
actually
flowers.
planted in the ground are sprouting right now. So
Well, let me tell you one thing. Actually, I forget when I plant bulbs. Sometimes I just go to the store and I'll see like calla lily is my favorite flower, and I think I saw calla lily bulbs at some point. I must have. I mean, I know I planted them, but I forgot I did. So in one of the beds, like one of the flower beds up front, they're starting to bloom, and I almost thought they were weeds coming through the mulch. And I was getting ready to pull it out, and I was
oh
like,
my god.
"Oh, I actually think I planted flowers there." I planted a bunch of tulips that I forgot about. They're all out. I was like, "Where'd you guys
Yeah,
come
they come
from?"
out early, but they don't last very long.
No,
But
they
I
just turn
think
into
we
the
need to get
green
a picture
things.
of this pot with your back
Oh,
boxes in
I'm
it.
gonna give it to you. Don't you worry.
All right.
I'm gonna send it because well, yeah, it's not embarrassing for me. Who says that's the way you have to do it? Who made the rules?
The entire world,
Well,
except for you.
the world can't always be right. That's the way I see
Okay.
it. All right.
Okay.
Well, wait. So April with the green thumb. Um, what's going on with your family's doing all right, girls? Okay.
Yep, everybody's good. We're in the thick of spring sports and it's good.
We're in the like we're like round and third headed home for school season. It's
I
almost
know,
over.
it's crazy. It went
Where
by
it's
fast.
April. April.
I know, it's my month.
It's almost your birthday.
It is almost my birthday.
We're not going to talk about how old you are, 50. So, um, let me tell you something about Maddox.
Okay.
Maddox is making up words. Do you remember? Like, I don't know. Our kids always say like funny things. I can remember like um, RJ would just say like, "That's beautiful," like really kind of funny words as a kid or whatever. But Maddox was telling me the story the other day. He was talking about policy and something with his school, and he's like, if I do it this way, he's like he's very much a type 1 enneagram, April, and everything is like right, wrong, there's rules, you just follow them. So he's like going through some school policy, and he's challenging me on the policy. I can't remember what it was, but he says something, and he goes, that's just the way it is. And I said, well, I guess. And he goes, it's policy, mom, cerebral policy. And I was like, not cerebral palsy. I think you mean cerebral palsy. That's a diagnosis. That's not a rule. And then I think like within that same day, he was telling me something, YouTube shorts or something he watches. I don't know if your girls watch shorts. He doesn't even call it YouTube anymore. He goes, I was just watching a short. I'm like, a short what? It's on YouTube, mom. It's like a short. I'm like, oh, okay, it's just a little video that's short. But he was like, this kid like won all this stuff. It's really amazing video. You should see it. He was at the paramedic Olympics.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like,
Oh,
he goes,
bless
is
his
that wrong?
heart.
I was like,
He's
no, I'm going to
trying.
let him say that one. I know, but it's just kind of funny. It just kind of triggered I wrote it down to share because I was like, kids are funny, but cerebral palsy, first I've ever heard that in my life. I've heard a lot of different things, but I've never heard cerebral palsy.
Yeah, I have not either.
Did your girls say it? Did they ever like make up crazy words or say like my kids would say vitiums instead of vitamins?
Yeah, they used to when they were kids, they would call escalators alligators. They'd be like, "Can we ride on the
Oh,
alligator?" And I was like, "What? The alligator?"
oh, yeah, it's good
So
on the
yeah,
alligator. Well,
there's
based off
some
of what happened to
crazy
one of
stuff.
your kids on an escalator, it is kind of like an alligator, huh?
I know it is.
That was wild. For those that don't know April, you want to tell that story?
No, it's still a
Okay.
little fresh.
All right. Well, save that for the next one, guys. It's a good one. But April and spring, we were talking about spring, and we always love our fact or fiction, our little fun time here. So I thought, let's talk about spring. Let's do a little fact or fiction, have a little fun. We're back from our spring break. Let's talk about it.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Um,
I
as
have
as
my
per
I have my
usual,
score sheet ready to go.
let's go. Well, we're Alicia two. I think we're 2-0, correct?
Yeah, I think
For
so.
the year. Mm-hmm.
Because I
All
let you
right.
win. All right.
You let me. I love that. Okay, you start.
All right. I'm going to start with the true or false.
All right.
So, true or false? The change in temperature that is associated with spring makes people sick.
False.
You're correct. That is
Yes.
false.
I almost said true though.
I know. I thought I was going to trick you because you paused
All that
there for a
matters is you
second.
put the tally mark under my name.
I did.
All
Um,
right, tell us why.
but yeah, so people will kind of say you'll hear them say, "Oh, well, the change in temperature makes me sick," but it's not actually the change in temperature that is making us sick. It's actually more that the symptoms are caused by exposure to allergens that reappear in our environments at the change of season. Um, and there is, truth to the whole global warming thing, but the temperature itself is not actually what makes you sick. So it's just the new
Interesting.
bugs and allergens that come out around that time.
Do you think it has something to do? We did our winter factor fiction. We were talking about, does the cold make you sick? Put a hat on, you're going to get a cold, but it's really, just because we're in close quarters environments. Is that something that has to do with that as well? Do you think?
Maybe. I mean, I think it's more that we come back outside, and people get a lot of allergy symptoms and think it might be sickness and it's not, and vice versa.
Okay, well, if we're speaking of being sick in spring, let's go. I'll go factor fiction. Let's talk allergies. We
Okay.
talk about. I don't know how bad allergies are in Maryland. I know in Ohio, everyone here is getting some form of an allergy shot from birth. It feels like we have pretty bad allergies here. But one of the things I've heard recently is people talking about local honey, and they're giving their children like local honey to help them not have issues with allergies. So, fact or fiction, eating local honey cures seasonal allergies.
Fiction.
Good. Actually, that was good. Why did you say fiction though?
Because I don't think it will, I don't know how it would cure it.
Okay. There's actually no proof that it does because most allergy causing pollen, it doesn't come from flowers. It comes from trees and grasses, not
Hmm.
flowers. And bees cross pollinate on flowers, not on trees.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, whoop, there it is. All right, you're up. We're tied. Look at us.
I know, look at us go. All right, I'll do multiple choice. I'm going to stay on allergies since you started that topic.
Okay.
Um, all of the following will help you manage seasonal allergies before they start, except which one? Check pollen
We're on
A,
to
check
allergies,
pollen
allergies.
counts
Okay.
before you go outside. B, shower after being outside. C, use hand sanitizer. Or D, keep the windows closed.
And it's which one's wrong or which one's right?
All of the following will help manage seasonal allergies before they start, except which one?
I'm gonna say hand sanitizer.
You are correct.
Boom. Look at us. I think you made this easy. You missed
Well, I
me,
mean,
that's
these
all.
topics these topics are kind of hard to make it hard, um, but I thought they were good things to discuss. So yeah, so before in terms of managing allergies before they start, certainly you can check the pollen counts before you go outside. And if it's a high pollen day and you can stay inside, right? Showering after you've been outside will take that pollen out of your hair and your clothes. So you can rinse that off. Keeping the windows closed obviously keeps it out of your house, right?
Right.
But hand sanitizer has no effect on pollen. We use it for germs and things like that. But if you really want to get pollen off of your hands, you have to wash with soap and water.
Yeah, well, likely, I mean, your hands are just one part of your body. It's everywhere else anyway.
Right.
So,
But we
yeah.
touch our face with our hands
Oh
a
yeah,
lot. So,
absolutely. Okay. I was gonna I thought I was gonna say another pollen. I have a lot of pollen questions myself, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna go true or false.
okay.
First of all, scorekeeper.
Well, it's 2-1 because I've only had one question.
So I'm
So you're not
winning.
technically winning at this
This
point.
is where we're always going to do our check-in is right at this point where I'm always the one. Okay. All right. So, true or false? People are more likely to get food poisoning in the spring.
Oh, I'll say true.
I can't stand you. I love you, but you're right. True. Absolutely. I actually, if you would have said this one to me, I would have been like, no, summer. Well, we can negotiate. I warmer temps plus outdoor eating, right? Think potato salad, sitting out, sitting in the sun. It's
Oh,
basically
yeah.
becomes a bacteria banquet for all of our food because we're taking food outside and we're leaving it sitting open and exposed. Even if you've got lids on it, it's sitting in the sun and bacteria loves warmth. So yes, it is actually true,
Interesting.
which I
I
thought
also
was
thought
pretty
maybe it
interesting.
was because we start traveling this time of year too.
True, true, but no, it has more to do with the
The food sitting out.
picnic baskets. You got a picnic basket.
That makes
So yes,
sense.
yeah, just make sure I guess you get one of those like kudos. What are they called? Um, oh, they're really nice. They're like the nice brand of like food traveling things. I don't know what you call it. They're like they're like the thermoses that you can like put food in, but they're really large and they're super expensive.
Wow.
You don't care. Okay, well, moving
I
on.
usually
Sounds
just bring
great.
my food
You're the
inside.
camper. You should know this. This is when you
But
go
when we
out
camp,
for
we
like.
don't leave food sitting out. We make our meal, we eat, and we put it back in the
Do you have a
camper.
fridge?
Yeah, we have a fridge and a freezer. We have a full kitchen.
Oh, that sounds like luxury. That's
It's
glamping. That's
actually
not
glamping.
camping.
It's not camping.
You're glamping. You're not
Glamping.
camping. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Fine. I need to remember what the name of that. That's crazy. Okay, I'll figure it out. I'll just probably blurt it out while you're talking. Go ahead.
All right. True or false? Peak tick season is late summer.
False.
Ah, I thought he would trick you on that one.
Um, Only because Maddox was diagnosed with Lyme, and I had to do a ton of research on
Spring.
Lyme disease. Yep, and well, when we missed it, we thought it was something else. He had, the his some chest pain. He had some other symptoms that affected other organs. But we learned a lot about it, and I think we didn't really catch the diagnosis till like late summer. But the symptoms had started in the spring. We missed the bullseye. There were a lot of things that we missed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not watching for it, you might miss it. But I actually always kind of thought it was more prevalent in the late summer, like fall time. But in reality, it actually coincidentally starts at the same time that we all start heading outside for spring. So around this time. So
Gross.
good to check yourself if you've been out in the woods or out in grassy areas when you come
Check the
inside. Check your
hair.
clothing, check the hair,
Hmm.
check the armpits, all those places. And if you
And
see
even the
one,
pets.
you got to get it taken out. Yeah. Well, I mean, most pets, though, we give
That
medicine.
like that tick stuff on the back of their neck thing. I'm sure you've seen a tick before. I've seen them, I think maybe once or twice, where someone's pointed out like, oh, that's a tick, not on somebody, but like maybe crawling around. And we live in a heavily wooded area. But our dogs, I was like, Baloo, she's a big, you met Baloo, our large
Yeah.
Great Dane. She had this, I was like, oh, she's got a growth on the back of her ear. What is I was like, oh, she's got like a tumor. And Matt's like, that's a tick. And I was like, gross. But it had like embedded its head in, and it just became large. It just looked like a large circular yuck. It was
Yeah.
weird.
They are
Ew.
gross.
Girl Scouts traumatized me with ticks, by the way. I think they had it so embedded in us when we would go
Oh, to
camp
be like
that
scared of it.
yes,
Yeah.
those and wolf spiders ruined my entire camping experience. Which is why I just say I open my windows now. I think I camp that way. Okay,
Yeah.
no ticks for us, Abe. So my turn. You did multiple choice at one point.
Yep.
I'm gonna do multiple choice.
Okay.
April Burke. Which of the following is not a typical spring allergen? We're back on allergies, okay?
Okay.
What's not a typical allergen? A, tree pollen. B, ragweed. C, grass. D, mold spores.
A.
You're wrong. Incorrect. It's ragweed.
Really?
It's a fall villain.
Oh.
It's not a spring villain. Tree pollen and mold are springtime suspects, but ragweed is the fall villain, so you're incorrect. I'm sorry, what's the score?
I don't want to talk about the score.
You lost your post-it? How convenient.
No, I haven't.
No, I thought that was interesting, though. I feel like we say ragweed. That
That
one
is
got me.
interesting.
And I was like, I'll stump around that one. Okay, all
I
right.
guess I said A because I don't really think of trees much. I mean, obviously they have the leaves, but I don't know. I think of the grass, the flowers, the mold.
What are the trees that are they called like Japanese cherry? What are the ones that bloom?
The cherry blossoms.
They bloom white, right?
Yeah.
White or pink, and then all that stuff flies off of them, and then they turn green officially.
Yeah.
There's
We have
I
one
think
in
it's
our yard.
flowering
They
trees.
smell so bad.
Do they?
Yeah, they smell.
We grew up with a beautiful magnolia tree, and I love the smell of magnolias.
I do like magnolia trees, but the
Yeah.
blossom trees, they have a smell that I
Yeah.
don't like.
Well, that
Like I
would
walked into
probably
my
be
house the other day and
where
I was like, "What is that smell?" And then I looked at the tree and I was like, "Oh,
they
it's the tree."
stank.
Yeah,
They stank. Trees stank. Well,
yeah.
then don't put them in your yard. That's my suggestion.
Well, it was already here,
It came with the
and
property.
it is pretty when it blooms, but
I'm curious if we'd have to look up if those trees if they have pollen or something. What is their allergen? We'll have to take a look at that. Okay, your turn. Let's go. Let's do 2 more rounds.
okay. I have a lot of mine are true or false, so I got another one. True or false? Resuming your fall running routine at the start of spring increases your risk of injury.
Resuming your fall running routine.
Uh-huh.
So are
At
we
the start of
saying that
spring.
we ran in the fall, stopped running in the winter, and we're just going to pick up in spring? Is that
Mhm.
what they're suggesting? I would say true.
You're correct. So I think that, and I am guilty of this in the past when I used to be a runner, when I used to run, I would, not run all winter. And then I would be like, oh, I can run like 3 miles again. And then
I
I
didn't
would
think
be
runners
like
stopped
sore
running.
for days. I mean, because I don't have a treadmill or anything. So I would just not run in the winter. And then I would, maybe sporadically here when it wasn't a really cold day. Um, but also, too, I think like running on a treadmill is different than running outside.
I would agree. They
So I
say
think
that
people
running on a
forget that.
treadmill is better on your joints. I think running in general shouldn't happen.
I know I've stopped at this point. I walk
No,
instead,
that's
but
just because I think I got in a conversation with this with one of our colleagues this week actually. We were talking about running and he's training for a 10K and he was like, it's just a 10K. And I was like, what? I was like, that's 10K more than I'm running. Like
yeah, I
I
used to
think it's
really like
impressive.
it. I used to really like it. Like it was just a time where I could, I don't know, just go out in the nice
Decompress.
weather, enjoy, yeah. And but as I've gotten older, I'm like, now I just walk with friends instead. But yeah,
But
so
you
if
do turkey
you,
trots in the
yeah,
freezing
I know we
cold.
haven't done it in the last couple of years,
Freezing.
but
Okay.
yeah, so if you don't, it's safer to start slowly and gradually increase the endurance over the weeks. Because if you don't do that, then you can put yourself at risk for injuries like stress fractures, shin splints, muscle strains, all those things. So, and definitely stretch before you run.
Yeah, that's another thing I don't do very well. It's just like get in and do it and then stop. And then I wonder why I'm miserable and sore or I tear something. So, all right. Well, don't follow my advice. All right. So, April Burke, I'm going to do another multiple choice.
Okay.
What's the most common seasonal illness seen in the pediatric ER during spring? A, RSV, B, norovirus, C, strep throat, D, hand, foot, and mouth.
Oh, can you repeat the options?
Absolutely. A, RSV, B, norovirus, C, strep throat, or D, hand, foot, and mouth.
I don't know. I might go with B.
Norovirus?
Mhm.
Is that your final answer? Would you like to phone a friend?
No, because I don't have a friend to phone.
Well, you can call me and I'll tell you you're wrong. It's
Oh,
strep throat. I have no rationale
no,
for it. It's just what it is. Strep throat is the most common illness that's seen in peds in the springtime.
really?
hmm Norovirus is more of a fall. RSV is fall winter. Hand, foot, and mouth, I think, is just daycare, 100 million
Yeah.
days back to back to back to back to back. Your
Yeah, I
hand,
think
foot,
I said
mouth never goes
norovirus
away.
because like I've been hearing about all these people with GI symptoms
Cruises,
lately. Yeah, and the
yeah,
cruises.
that's like, ugh, that's one of my biggest fear with cruises is
Yeah,
getting the trots. Okay, all right,
that's
last
so
final
gross.
round, and it sounds like somebody's ahead with a name that begins with an A and ends with an A. So let's
That is
go.
true. All right, multiple choice to end it for my end.
Okay,
Um, all of the following help support your immune system except A, eating fruits, vegetables, lean proteins. B, getting 6 to 7 hours of sleep each night. C, drinking at least 8 glasses of water a day. Or D, exercising daily.
I'm gonna say B, 6 to 7 hours because it should be 8 hours, right?
Yeah, it's actually 7 to 9. So you're right.
See? April, what did you do this time? You took it easy on me. Why?
I did. Well, these ones were hard to make hard, actually, but you know, and then I was just gonna be nice because we're just coming back.
I'm not.
I know. I
We're on a
clearly.
trajectory of winning here. We set it. We set a boundary in January, and we had people they had to put votes down. In the survey said Alicia was going to win this year. So
Well, I don't want people to feel bad. You know,
well,
they voted.
you care too much about what people think, but caring what people think doesn't make you win. So just kidding. Okay. All right. Final question. April, this is going to be for 2 points. We're going to give this as a bonus for you because that'll put us, will that tie us? 2?
No. Nope.
3 ahead?
Yeah, because you've had more questions. Again, you always look
No.
for two.
I mean, this last question will be even, right?
No, because I have 2 right now, so I would need 3.
Okay. Well, sorry, you're not going to win, but you still have to answer this question.
All right. Let me hear.
Just to keep your cool and keep your cool points for the listeners. All right. Fact or fiction? People are more likely to get kidney stones in the spring.
Fiction.
April Burke, we can't take time off anymore because you have let me down officially. Fact. Dehydration becomes more common as temperatures rise because we forget to hydrate early in the season. We drink less water. Our urine becomes more concentrated. Crystals have a party in your kidneys, and then we have kidney stones.
Okay.
So I won't even make you do a victory lap on.
I think you may
on
your answer, but all right.
Yeah, but I won. But no, just kidding. In all seriousness, first of all, it's great to be back, and this was fun. But I actually truly liked a handful of things in this one, maybe even a little bit more in the winter one. Just some things I thought were interesting. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think I learn things every time we do this, so I love doing it.
Of course you do, because you're so smart. All right, and if you guys want to learn with us too, you guys can reach out to us. If you want to send us some email, you can find us on callpodcast@soundphysicians.com. We're also on social media, and we're there on Instagram and LinkedIn now. You can follow us at On Call with April and Alicia at LinkedIn, and you can follow us on Call with April and Alicia on Instagram. We're also, if you want to listen to us, please follow us on any platform that you like to listen to your podcast. You can find us on SoundCloud, Apple, Spotify, practically anywhere. We would absolutely love to hear from you. So until the next time, April.
You guys stay well, and we'll stay on call. Bye, everyone.
Happy spring. Stay away from pollen.